Let's talk underwear here. I swear, those things must weigh like 5 pounds when they're wet. I think I've bought cars that were cheaper than that. Observing some of the so-called cottages. Some of these buildings will be here like 500 years from now. Early morning, I'm already eating jujubes. I don't care. I'm just hiking along, and my head's just up in the clouds, and I look down and I start seeing poison ivy. That's the way we talk up here, eh? I went full Canadian on you. Morning, July 19th, Lion's Head. Wow, great stay at Nellie's B&B. Comfy bed, had my own shower. I got all my laundry done. Yeah, I'm ready to go now. My pack is creaking. She sends you to the restaurant, which I don't mind because then, you know, I can go when I want, and the restaurant's open at 7, so. Okay, so final push from Lionhead. I'm all packed up to make it up to Tobermory. Heavy pack, but I know this is the heaviest it'll ever be. So it's the last push, 3-4 days. Okay, breakfast first. There's breakfast. Good breakfast. This time I managed not to overeat. I always get ambitious greasy sausages or ham and home fries, and no, this time I just nailed it. Some bread. I wanted some fruit. They didn't have any, but sliced tomatoes. Good. Okay, so I got to go down to the. They have a great beach here, and then I got to follow the beach for a while. Definitely getting into tourist country here, so which is okay. I mean, I went days without seeing people, so. I love to see the comeback of the drinking fountain. I think that's great. That's going to be the solution to all these plastic bottles. Wow, I'm going to miss the Carole King sing-along. I can imagine how painful that would be. Looks like their bushes for the predators aren't working. Those look like some pretty relaxed geese. Well, I bet you the Carole King would keep them away more than the bushes. That's where I was playing yesterday. And that's where I'll be playing this afternoon. I can see that people are getting their water from the lake. And then at the same time, there's a drain tile. Not sure about that one. Early morning fishermen. I was talking to the people in the other bay there where I had the small cabin, and they say the First Nations, they still have an inshore fishing industry. And I believe they're the only ones. Let's talk underwear here. It works out this morning. I wanted to wash my underwear. I thought it'd be inappropriate to dangle them off my pack as I went through town, but this looks pretty quiet and it's not too dusty, so I swear those things must weigh like 5 pounds when they're wet. For what I used them for, I bought these fancy underwear. I never paid. I think I've bought cars that were cheaper than that. For what I used it for was mainly like when I'm in town, or when I was taking the bus home, or I just needed some little tiny thing from, you know, Dollarama or something. For the most part, I just wear my shorts. They're quick to dry. They have a liner in them, which some people cut out. I don't understand that. I don't know what the reasoning is behind that. You don't need to be spending $40 or $50 on underwear. It's just a waste of money. And I've been observing some of the so-called cottages. That is not a cottage. There's cottages here with so much stonework and brickwork, and they're huge. And to me, a cottage is a small thing, maybe an extra bed for a guest. I mean, they plop them right on the lake. You could tell that, like, some of these buildings will be here like 500 years from now. To me, that's not what a cottage is, right? I mean, when people, lose interest later on, we're gonna have these buildings littered everywhere. I mean, no, I think there should be like a size restriction, and then after that, you just call it a home. There's buildings here that they're worth millions. It's not right. Early morning, I'm already eating jujubes. Number one, I don't care. Number two, they're good, and I've had a sweet tooth for the last few days. I don't know. And number three, they're heavy, so I don't want to carry them all day. There you go. Those are my excuses for jujubes before noon. I imagine a lot of the jobs that are around here have to do with tourism and help pay for some of these houses. But I look at that and I just kind of shake my head. It's slowly, gonna look like the Eastern Seaboard or something, It's, if the houses had a limit, it would be acceptable, but wow, I can see one house there. It looks like Trump built it. What a shame. That screams a provincial park right there. They really want you to stay on the trail here. They roped it off for I don't know how long. I guess anytime you get a high population place and easy access by road, it's not long before thousands and thousands of people doing a little bit of damage each has a lot of big impact. I don't know if that's supposed to be the Lion's Head. The locals say that it's eroded long ago. I see what's going on now. It's the escarpment's like right there, and there's high points. If they didn't keep control, there'd be like 1,000 paths through here in no time. And I see there's series of caves and whatnot, so yeah, I understand now. You'd have the kids up here every night making fires, and sometimes the trails, you get so many trails that I get lost myself. People just go where they want, and it becomes so worn you can't, if you don't see the blaze, you don't know where the hell you are. I'm just hiking along and my head's just up in the clouds, and I look down and I start seeing poison ivy. I haven't been paying attention at all. Some type of karma for speaking badly about the settlers there down by the bay. In a few years, this will have gone back to nature. Those other things, no. Okay, enough said on that topic. Finally did my big detour around the houses. I'm a much happier man now. Now I'm back to my hike. And the rocks. And the mosquitoes. And, I looked back all day in amazement and going, I walked all that? There's a good shot of Lion's Head. Actually, I see now that they have windmills. I guess to power the homes. Oh, I went there again, didn't I? Okay, promise, no more. But I just love the color of this water. I can see why they flock here. I just met a nice fella on the trail here. We started talking and he was asking me how to get down to the shore. If there was any place that, he says, oh, I looked, I tried it a few places. It's like a sheer cliff here, right? And he says, yeah, I'm trying to go down for a swim. So we chatted for a while. And those people look at me and think I'm nuts. I'm out here by myself. You know what I mean? I'm camping and I'm walking insane distances and stuff. And then I look at them like they're insane because they have no maps, no water, right? At least if I get into trouble, even if I'm going a kilometer, I'm pretty ready to deal with, most situations. I'm not saying it's infallible or anything. It's funny as people how we look at each other. Fishermen that were up early, I don't know if they're having much luck. I'm just laughing to myself. Some of the crap that goes through my head. Every so often I check in the shadow to see if my precious underwear is okay. Wow, you know, you heard of the wet bandana to keep you cool? I said, I could wear my wet underwear, it would keep me cool, and I'd be doing laundry at the same time. Now that's hardcore. Sorry for the shaking camera. Okay, let me stop so I can cry. Starting to get a peek around the corner here. Gorgeous, eh? I just realized on that last clip I said A. That's the way we talk up here, eh? I went full Canadian on you. That's okay. Listen and learn. I'll put closed captions down below. I just couldn't leave it at that. I have to explain what A is. A implies that we're looking for an answer. So, if I say, A, beautiful, eh? It means you're supposed to answer to that. It's not rhetorical. You're supposed to, yeah, it is beautiful. Look at that, eh? Again, you have to answer. Okay, now you know. So in this case, you have to answer by putting a thumbs up or down below, or a comment. So I'm giving you the opportunity to respond to my eh. Okay. Enough on that topic as well. Here's our access to the lake the fellow was looking for and the overnight area. But we're not going to go down there. We got tons of water. It's early. I don't know if they advertise it as camping or... No, that's just the big sign. It says reef dump. But, yep, gotta go. Hey, the bugs are thick all of a sudden. I don't know why. Okay. Yeah, I went by an almost dry marsh, swamp, and I guess there was enough water there for a hatch because, wow, did I get swarmed. I'm not picking up any spider webs from that camp, so maybe I got a northbounder in front of me. They're still chasing me, by the way. Gonna be a good pace. I don't think that happened naturally. Some artistic kid, I think. The Bruce Trail has its own app. In the last week or so, it's been working perfect for me. I don't run it all the time because of battery, of course. Yeah, I check in, so to speak, every so often. Know how far I've gone, how far I've got to go. When I get to town, I hook up to Wi-Fi, of course, and it seems to me that every time I do that, it buggers up the app. Like, I come back on the trail, I go back on airplane mode, of course, and then the GPS seems to, like, search. I don't know if it's a bug, I don't know if I'm just being impatient, but it was funny, it was working for me perfectly, and then all of a sudden it decided to go stupid. So yeah, if anybody's got the same problem, let me know. Only when I connect. When I connect to a network, that's it goes stupid. I don't know if it starts relying on the network maybe, and then it won't go back to like manual GPS. So